Golden State Warriors today is sponsored by Mint Mobile, changing the cell phone game with plans starting as low as $15 per month on America's largest 5G network. In addition to steady and consistent cell phone coverage, they'll send you a digital eSIM card so you don't have to go to the store to activate your phone. And speaking of your phone, you don't need to change your phone number. You don't need to get a new physical phone. Start saving money today with those plans starting as low as $15 per month by heading to mintmobile.com/chatsports. We'll put that link in the comment section and the description of this video. So, on the show today, talking a lot about the Warriors' future plans when it comes to Draymond Green, Andrew Wiggins and Jordan Poole, but also JaMychal Green. And this is where I want to start. JaMychal Green officially signed by the Golden State Warriors, and he had a lot of lofty things to say about him being basically persuaded by Steve Kerr and Draymond Green to go to the reigning NBA champions and not go to another team in the NBA. He probably could have made more money going to a different organization. Instead, though, JaMychal Green has decided to sign with the Golden State Warriors. That deal made official. And for JaMychal Green, it's actually a pretty interesting story. He was in Jamaica on vacation when his phone rang from Steve Kerr. And he took the call because he wanted to see, okay, who's calling me up to this point? And it was a little bit of a surprise. He expected to sign elsewhere. That's something that JaMychal Green had admitted. But then Kerr convinced him to join the Golden State Warriors player development program because Steve Kerr and Draymond Green thought that he could be a really good piece on this roster that is equipped to once again compete for an NBA championship. As for what he said about joining forces with the NBA champs, he said this about going to the Warriors. Steve Kerr told me that the Warriors were interested, that they wanted me here. They wanted me to be a part of their program. After talking to Steve Kerr, I couldn't tell him no. The organization and what they built over there, I'd love to be a part of it. And Draymond Green, as he's done over the last couple of years, has played the role of recruiter for the Warriors. And we always talk about this Warriors culture being intact. Yes, it's led by the most selfless superstar of all time in Steph Curry, but Draymond Green has been a critical ingredient of the Warriors culture as well, and this is where he enters the chat. JaMychal Green and Draymond Green, they've known each other since 8th grade AAU hoops. So JaMychal called Draymond Green to get his thoughts about JaMychal going to the Warriors. A little bit confusing with this conversation going down between the two Greens, and it's even getting me twisted up. It's a little bit of a tongue twister. But here's what Green had to say about that conversation with Draymond. Draymond was just excited. We both know what we bring to the table, and we just had a good conversation about everything, and he made it easy for me to come to the Bay Area. Just come in and play hard. That's what Draymond told me. Be a dog. Do the dirty work. Help Draymond out with all that dirty work. Knock down shots and play some defense. I feel like if you come here and you handle your business, you set yourself up for life. And JaMychal's a really good player. He's basically going to be the Otto Porter Jr. replacement. I think Otto Porter Jr. may be the better defensive player, but JaMychal Green can play a little bit of four. He can stretch the floor. He can knock down some three-point shots. He can give you some defensive tenacity. The three-point numbers last year, down. And after he was bought out by the Oklahoma City Thunder, which allowed him to become a free agent, there were going to be teams who were interested in JaMychal Green because of all the things that he does well. The Warriors saw that. They don't have to pay a fat price for JaMychal Green to join forces with the Warriors. And because of that, I think it's a really good deal to bring him in. And he'll be competing for steady rotation minutes with the Dubs. Now, if you're subscribed to us here at Golden State Warriors Today, I want you to type Real One in the comments section. We just embarked on the greatest run ever in the history of the channel with videos just popping off, and it wouldn't be possible without all of you tuning into the show. So type Real One if you've been with us, if you like our content, and if you're subscribed. And if you're not subscribed, because we took a look at the analytics, a lot of people who have tuned in, as we reached more than 2 million people in the month of July, they weren't subscribed. So if you want to stay in the know with all things Dubs and join forces with the best Warriors YouTube channel out there, hit that red subscribe button. Now, still to come on the show, free agency latest when it comes to Draymond Green, Andrew Wiggins and Jordan Poole. But as I mentioned off the top of the show, Warriors today, sponsored by Mint Mobile. Unlimited premium wireless plans starting as low as $15 per month. And whether you're tuned in America or worldwide, you probably know the face and the name of Ryan Reynolds, the famous actor who invested in Mint Mobile, and he owns this cell phone company. You can use your data however you like, even where coffee shops don't exist. And this is America's largest 5G network with unlimited talk and text. So if you want to start saving some cash, you can do so. mintmobile.com/chatsports. Sign up today. I'll put that link in the comment section in the description of this video. Now, with the Warriors, they have financial decisions to make when it comes to paying Jordan Poole, Andrew Wiggins, and Draymond Green. If they reach extensions with those aforementioned players, the salary cap number could reach astronomical levels. $400 million, and no team in the history of the NBA has come close. And for the second straight year, payroll for the Warriors expected to exceed $350 million in salary and tax penalties. $400 million, folks, it really is unheard of. But does Joe Lacob really care? If they continue to compete and win NBA championships, maybe he doesn't. Because at the end of the day, you drive ticket sales. You sell out the arena. You sell a bunch of jerseys out there, and you can continue to be one of the best all-around rosters at the NBA level, and it doesn't really matter if you're entering that luxury tax because you're still gaining a massive profit. As for what Bobby Marks had to say about the future plans for Golden State, Green has 2 years left on his existing deal, which pays a little shy of $26 million this year, with the $27.5 million option in 2023-2024. He can sign an extension this summer, but the rules of the CBA prevent him from signing a deal that would pay him less than what the option year currently pays in the first year of an extension. That means if the Warriors and Green entertain talks on a new contract this year, the first salary in 2023-2024 has to be at a minimum of $27.5 million if the player option is removed. There are no restrictions relating to declining salary beyond the first year of an extension. So a mouthful there when it comes to the math and some of those contractual figures, but we're trying to do our due diligence to educate you into what the Warriors are entering in terms of that financial window. And just some thoughts on this. Does Joe Lacob really care about the salary cap and the luxury tax? And what will he be willing to do? Will he be willing to give a big contract to Draymond Green and give Jordan Poole a potential max contract? There are going to be other teams who see and saw what Andrew Wiggins gave to this team throughout that playoff run, and they might offer him $200 million because of his elite two-way ability. So Joe Lacob might want to keep this core intact, but also keep in mind, somewhere down the road, if Jonathan Kuminga becomes a star, the same can be said for Moses Moody as well as James Wiseman. Might have to pay those players as well. But again, I want to harp on this. If you're winning championships or competing for championships and you're selling out the arena every single night and your merchandise sales are as high as any team in the NBA, and there was a list released out there the other day of the most valuable NBA franchises, the Warriors are right up there with the New York Knicks and Los Angeles Lakers. So the money is coming in, and the money isn't a problem. It really just comes down to whether or not the Warriors are willing to pay that deep into the luxury tax. Now, I do want to pose this question because I want to challenge all of Dub Nation, and I like challenging the audience because all of you are great basketball minds. Who do you think is worth the most to the Warriors' success? DG for Draymond Green, JP for Jordan Poole, AG for Andrew Wiggins. Chime in. Let me know in the comment section. Want to see what you all come up with. And if you have any questions about the Warriors' direction or you just want to talk Warriors hoops, hit me up on social media at Chase_Senior. It's the same handle on both social media platforms on Twitter and IG. Not going to lie, if you mention me and at me on Twitter, it's probably the easiest way for me to respond because I'm able to see all of them. But either way, give me a follow at Chase_Senior. And thank you so much for watching the show.